we are working on this microwave, the customer's complaint is that the microwave works perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the microwave except the door doesn't open. Can you press the plunger? You see, when you're pressing on the plunger, the door is supposed to get open, but it doesn't open. We're gonna fix this today, and I'll show you how to do it. And we will teach you how the door is being opened here. The way you open the door is, Sudeep is using this primer at the bottom of the door. You see, you can stick something underneath right there. You can use a primer the way we have, or just a ruler like this. See how easy it gets open? So what you're doing actually is you're pressing these tabs, this hook, the door hook. If you press from here, it lifts up and then the door opens. I'll show you one more time. See the plunger, when you press on it, it's not working. With the ruler, the thinner it is, the better the better it's gonna work. You stick it underneath here, keep going up, here you go. So it opens. I recommend you unplugging the unit when you are doing this, because if you somehow did not press this with the ruler or a knife, you can even use a thin knife. If for some reason you could not do it properly, it's gonna blow the fuse, and then your problem is gonna get bigger. So because we are technicians and we got most of the parts in stock here, I didn't pay attention on blowing the fuse here, but just to be on the safe side, please unplug the unit before you do this trick. How to fix this? And then you just lift this up. It's held by 2 screws. Hold it this way so we can see. And also here's the model number, in case if you want to know. Can you remove this part? I'll press on this tab. Here. Okay, so I pressed on this little small tab and this piece came off. This is not broken, so the first thing you want to do is you inspect this part. It's not broken. You see this part? This is also not broken. Look at these 2 parts. No play. Big play. This is your main problem. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a paste out of this GB weld, and then you stir it back together. I think I have more. Yeah. Okay, that's good. We do not want to spend too much time here, but we will stir it together for a couple of seconds. We're going to throw all of this paste right here around the corners of this. And if you really want to do this in a proper way, what you can do is you have to take all of these screws off, disconnect this ribbon cable that's part of the display overlay, and then that way you can add that silicone on both sides. And to disconnect the ribbon cable, pull this out, and then you see this here. You can actually completely take this off. Do not lose your screws. So one side is good. Now we're gonna have to make another paste for other side. Okay, perfect. Since we got a broken piece on this side, we're gonna also add some extra in here, but we have to make more for this. We're gonna fix this one first, and then after that we will also do on this one, even it's not broken. That way we are not gonna get a recall, or the customer is not gonna come for back again in a year or 2 with a similar issue. I've been using these epoxy glue, I would say, for the last 3-4 years, and I'm very happy with it. And be careful when you're filling this areas. I wouldn't come too high. If you come a little bit hard, then it's going to cause issues. So maybe clean it only do the bottom base, and it can take 1 to 2 hours, and then after that you're good to go. You can still put your stuff back in if you want, but I wouldn't try to open the door in the next 2-3 hours at least. Now I will put my ribbon cable back in. You see this plastic, you want to pay attention on this, the way it goes up and down. There's 2 holes. Those 2 holes on the ribbon cable needs to be aligned with that bottom piece. Remember, if you put everything back together and your door also opens and closes, but your buttons are not working, that means you did not add this ribbon cable properly. So you may want to open it back again, readjust it, play around with it, put it back in. It's gonna work fine. So for now, we're gonna keep this microwave the way it is. We are also not gonna add this now, because if we add it, we are gonna disturb our glue. So we can actually put this right here, and this microwave is gonna be back together after a couple of minutes. I wouldn't say a couple of minutes, maybe we'll wait for at least 2 hours. Here you go, friends. I'm here back after 5-6 hours. You can see the epoxy glue is healed already. It's healing. You see how hard it is. And the same thing, I added extra epoxy glue as you saw in the last video, or I would say on this video. I'm gonna add it together. So yeah, this looks hard, solid, and I'm gonna reinstall this back in. To reinstall it back in, that little pin goes into that hole, and then after that you have to bend this a little bit. See this little small lever here? At the bottom of this piece comes, so you're gonna have to install it. You see this pin and this one, they get inserted right here and there, these clips, and the same thing, we got 2 of them that they get inserted right here. You also want to make sure it lines up straight on this side. You see this plastic tab on this side, and then the same thing on this one, they get inserted on these 2 sides. This microwave has been very challenging for me. When I reinstalled this little small panel back together, now when I was pressing this plunger, this one, when I was pressing this plunger in place, the door still would not open. I would feel that the switches are engaging, making noise, a clicking noise, but the door would not open. So I would say I spent at least 15 minutes lubricating. Some of the stuff at the back here didn't make a difference. I added a little bit of food grade grease on that lever, didn't make a difference. So long story short, I added a 1/4 inch screw right here. See the way this plunger comes out? When you press on it, it comes out and hits this lever like that, see? So I got the feeling that for some reason they do not hit this plate properly. See, this one is higher now, that one is not even touching. So I added this screw inside, the screw would come out again, so I had to add a little bit of tape and then screw it in after that. Now the screw is really tight, I cannot even pull it out anymore. So I tried one time and it looks like it's working. So see, here we go. Cup of tea and my magic glass here, and I'll run a test. It's plugged in. My customer never had a problem with heating, but it's my habit. I always test my microwave after I repair it. 1 minute. I'm not gonna run it for 1 minute because it's not good for my magic glass, but I'm just gonna run a test. If it lights up, then of course it's working. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any question, please comment below. Thank you.